Pilgrim High School. It is Pilgrim. It is Ponaganset in a fifth week of the regular season matchup between these two teams. Tim Duffy on the call alongside the Providence Journal's very own Eric Rube, making his broadcast debut. And as Lizzo once said, it's about dang time you join us here on Fans Only Sports.
To say I'm nervous is an understatement. Haven't had the chance to do football yet. You guys put out a great product. I reached out to Ron Robert, and this should be a lot of fun tonight, especially with these two teams. Not often we get to see a playoff football game in September.
Sure isn't, as this one is returned right up the middle by Pincine, and Pincine down to the 42. Lost the ball at the end, but he was down by contact. And like you said, Eric, this should be a good game between two playoff potential teams.
Yeah, I mean, with the way Division III is kind of breaking out right now, I mean, we've seen, there's three teams that are kind of set their tone and where they want to be and who are going to be playoff teams. Right now, everyone else is fighting for that fourth spot. And for these two teams, the winner here is going to have a chance. If you lose this game, that might be it.
As Ponaganset starts with the football at the 43-yard line. Man in motion. Here's the toss play. Right side, it's Caleb Rock. And Rock able to pick up about 4 on the play. Starting quarterback for Ponaganset, Robert Grenga. 1 touchdown, 3 picks on the year. This is a run-first team, as a lot of these D3 teams are. As it's Caleb Rock for this first carry of the game, going for 4.
Yeah, Rock is part of this new backfield. They have 5 guys spreading the ball out. A lot of touches to go out between them. Pinson's here is the main back, but they're going to give it to a lot of guys after losing 2 All-Staters the last 2 years.
And here is the man you just talked about. Pinson up the middle. Got them in this great field position, getting 4 more on the play. This is a Ponaganset team that won this matchup 28-7 a year ago. And they did it all on the ground with 314 rushing yards against this same Pilgrim team a year ago this week.
Yeah, that team was led by Nick Bacala, the All-Stater. Terrific running back. And last year's Ponaganset team was much different than this year's. This team is a lot younger, a lot more inexperienced, and they're gaining that valuable playing time, getting those game reps in games here. This Pilgrim team, it's sort of the same boat. They're a little bit older than they were last year. They had some young players, but they have bigger, stronger talent than they did last year, and we've seen it with their defense so far this season.
Like you said, a young Ponaganset team and Pilgrim team. Ponaganset, who has the ball now, 9 seniors on the team. 3rd down and 2. Fake. Give to Pinson. Big hole. Pinson across the 30 and down at the 26-yard line.
Just an inside counter run there from Pinson, and he's a good back. He's been playing well for them in some of these games. They just haven't had a chance to use him because they've been falling behind so early. Right there, they took advantage of the hole that opened up. He picked up big yardage, and that's what he can do. That's what Pilgrim needs to prevent. They can't let this kid go off, or he's going to have a big, big day.
Having a big day indeed. I mean, he had the big kickoff return, and he gets 24 more on that carry right there. In the backfield's Lyric Picard. They're going to give it to him on first down. Picard with a hole, and he's close to the sticks. Got about 9 on the play. And this Ponaganset rushing attack looking villainous so far through the game's first 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, this isn't something that has happened with this against this Pilgrim defense this year. They've shut out East Greenwich, they shut out Mount Hope, and they held a pretty good West Warwick team to 13 points last week. I'm surprised at how efficient Ponaganset has been right now, but we're going to see if Pilgrim come up with a big play here in the red zone.
Like you said, Pilgrim 26-0 combined their first 2 games. Here's a quarterback keep by Grenga up the middle and got the first down for about 4. Moves those chains, and 5 plays, all rushes, 4 different ball carriers so far for Ponaganset. And like you said, Eric, these Chieftains, about 5 different guys who get those touches on the ground, and Grenga, the quarterback, doing it himself right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of flash to this offense. It's kind of that old school Western Rhode Island football. They're just going to pound the ball. They've got some size up front. Yes, this line is a little bit young, but they're going to use their size. This is a team next year to watch out for. But if they can play like this, I mean, they're going to be a contender this season as well.
Here's Picard, and he's wrapped up at the line immediately. Got back to the line of scrimmage if he's lucky. And it was a good play by Hunter Schobel. I believe it was the first one there, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, the Patriots have some size up front. Watch for Schobel. Watch for Brandon Wolfenden. He's kind of one of the big guns in the lineup as far as that defensive line goes coming off the end. I had a chance to talk to Coach before the game, and he said Tristan Miller has been one of their leaders, the linebacker, one of the leaders on defense. So see if he can step up and make some plays here.
Got for him number 26 on Pilgrim, the captain. Man in motion. He's going to throw. Grenga floats to the end zone. Passes. Is he caught? It was for the touchdown by Peterson.
I mean, from where we are, you could see the ball. He put it exactly where he needed to. Threw it up in a place where the DB wasn't going to get it. That ball was either going to get caught or it was going to go out of bounds, and it was caught. A great start here for the Chieftains.
Bryce Peterson with the catch. Grenga's first throw of the game goes for 6, and the Chieftains are on the board first. And like you said, what a ball that was. Perfect placement over the top, and Peterson, the junior, with the game's first touchdown.
Yeah, and for a team, again, that has been struggling to score, that's what you need. You need a little confidence boost to say, okay, we can do this. We can put one in the end zone. Looked great on that drive, and we'll see if it'll continue the rest of the night.
An extra point by Owen Allen is good. It's a 7-0 lead. As Ponaganset coming on the road, taking off 4.5 minutes from the clock. And they are up 7-0 early in this one.
Yeah, and that's Ponaganset football, or has been for the last few years. Just, these kind of continued drives, getting 4 or 5 yards of bang, just trying to get first downs, keep the chains moving, keep the clocks moving, and let it pay off at the end. Ponaganset of late, they've been doing it on the ground. We haven't seen much of that aerial attack because they haven't needed to, but we saw a great connection there. Great ball by Grenga, who's, in his second year, he's made huge strides as their starting quarterback.
Grenga's second touchdown pass of the year. Peterson's first touchdown reception of the season. And kickoff now for Ponaganset.
Back to receive the kickoff, we have number 8, Hunter Schobel, number 6, John
Hunter
Kelly.
Schobel and John Kelly back deep for Pilgrim. As Allen will kick this one away, and the ball falling off the tee. Average windy moment here from Pilgrim High School. Always pretty windy at Pilgrim, and the ball, no exception to that.
Yeah, it's like a sneaky wind where you don't really feel it, but these gusts are coming up pretty good. So
we're going to feel it later tonight. Here's the kick, returning off a hop from about the 18-yard line, trying to make a move. Still on his feet. And a face mask, too, along with it. It was Kelly on the return. It'll be a face mask against Jacob Lander for Ponaganset, it looks like, and it'll be 15 more yards for Pilgrim, as they'll be set up shop at around the 40-yard line now.
And I can't imagine that is going to make Coach Dave Cato happy. Coming off a touchdown drive, you don't want to be giving up free yardage, especially when you're a team you're trying to make a statement here. That's going to set Pilgrim up pretty nice, and now we'll get to see the Patriots go to work.
I'm sure he'll get the question on the sideline. You think you're worth 15 yards? As the ball will be placed at exactly the 40-yard line. It's the first penalty for either team today. Pilgrim with it for the first time tonight. They're going to throw on the first play, rolling out to the left and throwing it away was Chase Roberts, the senior starting quarterback. Starting 0 for 1. Roberts this season completing only just 47% of his passes. 3 touchdowns, a pair of picks, and 1 on the ground as well.
Yeah, they put together a nice game in the non-leaguer, I believe, against Mount Hope, where Justin Murphy had a pair of touchdowns, 150 yards receiving. That kind of jump-started their year for him. Last week was a bit of a struggle to score against West Warwick. I expect a lot of ground and pound in this one.
Split backfield here. They're going to give it off, hand it off for the first time tonight. It's Schobel. That's Jacob Soulier, excuse me. No, it was Kelly. My apologies. John Kelly for about 3 on the play, his first rush of the night.
I will say, I know this is my football broadcast debut, but I have to imagine these uniforms with the gray on black are a nightmare from up here.
It is. It definitely is. Definitely is.
That's what we call broadcasters' curves.
You gotta see the black on dark red. That one's really tough. Gray on black though. Luckily, it's not too dark yet. The lights here illuminating from Pilgrim. Third down, first third down of the night. Roberts steps up in the pocket. He's gonna throw down the field, wide open, alone down the sideline. It'll be a Pilgrim touchdown for Jack Coffey. And it goes for 57 yards.
And sometimes when you're an offense, you take what the defense gives you, and Ponaganset's defense handed the Patriots a wide open look, a wide open touchdown. They're not going to get much easier than that.
So Coffey came in this game averaging just over 11 yards per catch, including non-league play. Matches his season total of 57 yards on one play, a 57-yard touchdown, and a 3-play drive for Pilgrim capitalized with a score. It's Josh Escamilla with the extra point. Flag flies first. And this is going to be a false start. We'll see.
And I know not a lot of people pay attention to extra points, but in high school they're huge. For Pilgrim last year, Escamilla was hurt playing soccer, unable to play last week, so they did not have their kicker, and not having those extra points on the board really hurt them in that loss to West Warwick. Having them back here, certainly going to be a help.
They only lost to West Warwick by a point. It's actually offsides against Chieftains. Here's the extra point by Escamilla, and it is good.
It's good. Josh Escamilla ties up the game, 7-7.
Take our first commercial break as we await the kickoff. Almost halfway through this first quarter. It's a good one. 7 apiece here on Fans Only Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, dip, hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back here as Chieftains ready to take the field for the second time today after allowing a long touchdown to a wide open Jack Coffey. And what a blow that was for the Chieftains, but good momentum for the home team, Patriots. And here's the kick from the 10-yard line.
I went to 3 games last week. The combined score of those 3 games was for the winners was 105-6.
Here's a big return.
So if I can get a game that's competitive and back and forth like this, I'm going to be okay today. I'd like to see some competitive football this week, and right now this is a great start.
And, we see a lot of lopsided games in Rhode Island high school football and just in sports in general. There's the powerhouses, obviously, and then, just some teams dominating the ground more than other teams in these lower division matchups. But it looks like it's poised to be a good game. Like you said before the matchup, a potential playoff preview.
Well, for me, it's more about making that playoffs. Like, if you look at the spot, we know who the top 3 teams are with Moses, Brown, West Warwick, and now Johnston. I mean, that leaves one spot in 3B, and these teams are going to fight for it.
Pensine on the fake, and it's Grenga going up the middle for about 2. And tackled right there by Brandon Wolfenden after a gain of 2. And it will be second down 8 after the long kickoff return by Caleb Rock. Once again sets Ponaganset up in great field position, starting at the 43-yard line. Second carry of the game for Grenga.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Pilgrim's defense kind of reacts. If they start overplaying Pinsence when he's back there, and if Grenga's going to be able to make those reads and deliver the ball when he needs to, or keep it and make those timely runs.
Play action, and they're going to do it on the end around again to Rock. Has a big hole on the outside, and Caleb Rock gets the first down and then some. With another flag.
So. Yeah, that looks like it's got to be. It's got to be an out of bounds. I assume it's got to be for a late hit. Carried him kind of all the way into the bound. Don't know
what it looks like.
Don't know what else it would be.
Definitely got to be a late hit against Pilgrim. So it's going to be the second Pilgrim penalty, or first Pilgrim penalty today.
Yeah, Rock's not the biggest kid out on the field, but we saw his burst when he gets to the outside. He's got really good speed getting to that edge. And, I mean, for Pilgrim, that's a nightmare. You don't want a kid who can get outside like that and get up the sideline.
Going to bring the ball all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Is that the 30? This field is so... there's no lining here. Is that the 30 or the 25? I can't even see.
I can't even tell, really.
I think that's the 25.
25-yard line.
But yeah, there's no numbers on the field, no hash marks. If you're trying to keep stats, this is also a nightmare.
Just did the math. It's a 20-yard run by Rock. Picard trying to get to the outside. He is stacked up by a swarm of black jerseys for a loss of 1. First play of negative yardage for Ponaganset tonight. Let's go back to the line of scrimmage, and he did not. It's a loss of about 2, actually. So Picard going backwards. And that is what the Pilgrim defensive front needs tonight if they want to win this game.
Yeah, it seems right now, I mean, we're only on the second drive of the game, but Ponaganset is having success on the edges. They're having a little bit of trouble on the interior with Pilgrim's size, so we'll see if the Chieftains continue to attack those edges or if they're going to just try to run off the inside. It just looks like right now they just can't get anything going, kind of up the middle.
Pono averaging over 7 yards per carry, 65 yards on 9 attempts. They're going to throw here. Grengo, the trips left, looking to his left, now steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off and will get out of bounds after a gain of about 5. Takes a low shot at the end of the play.
You got to appreciate a quarterback looking to make a play with his arm there, but he hesitated. He had a lot of open grass in front of him. That hesitation, waiting for the receiver to get open, caused him to kind of stutter for a second and probably cost himself 6 or 7 yards there.
Sure did. He waited and only gets 4 on the play as we're just under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. I don't know why the clock didn't stop right there. I know in high school football it stops going out of bounds at all times, but still going underway. So 3rd and 8. Grenga's going to look to throw. Takes it up the middle himself. Going to his right. Grenga finds a hole and gets down inside the 20. Inside the 15. He's close to the first down. And I think he got there.
Yep,
he did.
There. Last time we saw hesitation. This time no hesitation. He pocket collapsed. He got out of it. Wanted to make a play over the middle, but he took it and ran. Got the first down. That's what you need to do when you're quarterback. Sometimes the best play isn't with your arms. It is with your feet.
So Grenga gets about 11 on the play there. A big run. Like you said, Eric, it is tough to take some stats with no hash marks or yardage, but got about 10 on the play. Grenga in the gun again. Takes the snap and fakes. Rolls out to his left. Here's the rush. Floats it up in the end zone. It's incomplete. And almost coming back to make the catch there was Pinson. But it'll be second down.
I mean, that's a good job by the Pilgrim pass rush there, but Grenga's got to be careful with those back foot throws across your body. Those tend to lead to bad things rather than some crazy miraculous play.
So it's the second pass from Grenga tonight. Putting it in harm's way right there with 2:38 to go in this first quarter. And it's 2nd and 10. Under center for the first time tonight. Handoff, left side. Pinson trying to find a hole, spins into a wall and picks up a good amount of yards, about 9 on the play, and it'll be the first trip inside the 10-yard line for Ponaganset tonight as he gets down to about the 7. Give him 6 on the play. Call it the 9 from the 9.
The guessing game going on up here from the yard is just wild. We've got to go off the chain crew, I guess.
Yeah, so looking at first. 4 carries, 34 yards for Pinson. Almost drew him off sides, Grenga. Here's a 3rd and 4 handoff. Pinson, right side, finds the hole. Pinson, they think he's in. He is. Touchdown. Chieftains take the lead. 2 drives and 2 scores. And it's Pinson for his second rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, I mean, that's the football Ponaganset has wanted to play all season long. They want to get it going on the ground, and we saw it. Just a good balance. I mean, great job by the quarterback on all the RPOs, and Pincus, he can run hard. Quick, explosive, but there he showed off a little bit of power.
Here's the extra point by Allen, and it's 14-7, the score. Minute 48 to go in this first quarter. And Eric, I mean, like you said, that's the type of football Ponaganset's been trying to play all season long. I mean, they've lost both their league games this year against West Warwick and Johnson in kind of blowout fashion, getting outscored 68-9 in those two games. And what do you take away from that drive and just the type of first quarter this has been for the Chieftains?
Well, this is who they are, and this is the style of play. Like we said earlier, it's the two teams they played are very good teams, two Super Bowl contenders. And when you're a young team and you know you have to get experience, it's hard to go up against the senior-laden team like West Warwick, or go up against a Johnson team that threw a passing attack nobody in the state saw. And now all of a sudden you're trailing by 2 or 3 touchdowns. You have to go to a pass game that isn't really your bread and butter. And this pace, what they're doing, this is what Ponaganset football is. They're going to work the ball on the ground to set up the pass.
They've only thrown it twice tonight. Here's the return, and out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. Brought down by Jake Phillips. And Pilgrim going to start at the 25, and there's a 3-play drive from the Patriots on their opening sequence. Trying to return the favor here, but with considerably worse starting field position than the first possession they had tonight.
Yeah, and the wind is at their back here, which I think is a benefit, obviously, both with how their offense has worked, but just something to kind of keep in the back of the mind if they still have the ball when the quarter changes and we switch sides.
They got 108 seconds to do that. Here's the screen play, right side, bulldozing through defenders and picking up 9 on the play.
Close to a first down.
There's no chance I saw the number on that player, but the PA guy said it was Dylan Roberts. I'm not sure his number, but yeah, he made the catch for a big gain.
It's so close it is a first down.
Quick passing.
Dylan Roberts, number 33, the senior. I was going to say, I mean, this is tough to see the numbers, as we all know. And they're going to give him a first down, actually. So Roberts, 2 for 3, 67 yards, and the touchdown so far in this one.
I do appreciate Coach Blake Simpson's swag for what he wants his team to look like. He wants this attitude. But yes, doing a broadcast, these jerseys are very tough to see.
Glad you agree, Eric. Here's the screen and fumbling it out of bounds. And luckily it was out of bounds for Schobel. And we'll get another first down. That one's good for 14. Give him 15.
It's one of the strangest fumbles I've seen. He was just running, no one near him, and all of a sudden the ball just popped out. I don't know how that happened or why it happened, but I mean, it might have cost him 2 or 3 yards. Probably won't matter in the long run, but it's not often you see a receiver just drop the ball like that.
And it's going to cost them their first play inside Ponaganset, on the Ponaganset side of the field tonight. But it is a gain of 15 for Schobel. First down from midfield. Roberts, read option, flips it to Kelly, right side, and Kelly is going to pick up about 2 on the play. Wrapped up by Phillips, as this might milk us down to the end of the first quarter. Kelly with his second carry of the game. They're going to give him a generous, that's about 2 yards. So 2nd and 8. They don't have to snap it, I don't think. And that is going to end the first quarter. 14-7, Ponaganset on the road has scored twice. Pilgrim trying to return the favor on their second drive. We'll be right back here from Fans Only Sports Network for quarter number 2. We'll flip sides and return momentarily. right, we're back here. Not too much field flipping. Tim Duffy, Eric Rube on the call. A dozen more minutes on the clock. And Eric, Pilgrim trying to return the favor here on their first drive of the quarter, a continuation of the end of the first quarter.
Well, with this play, they'll have run more plays than they did in their scoring drive. We'll see if they strike here.
Kelly finds the hole, lowering the shoulders. Still going, Kelly, with a first down run. In strong fashion, gets 10 and moves the chains.
John Kelly on the run for another Pilgrim Patriots.
Yeah, talking to Coach Simpson before the game, he said that was the big thing for them. They, yes, it's great that they're scoring touchdowns in 3 plays, but these are the drives he wants. These long possessions, moving the chains slowly, eating clock, preventing the ball from getting in the other team's hands.
And like you said, I mean, trying to get that long possession. That was only their 6th offensive play of the game. And that's really going to be the turning point if Pilgrim can be able to execute those long, momentum-sucking drives out of the Chieftains' defense.
Well, and you can feel the wind here, too, now. So I think punting is going to suddenly become something to watch, punting into the wind if they have to do that.
Here's the counter play. Kelly stays on his feet. I thought he might have been down. Pinson was there first, and Kelly runs out of bounds.
No, just a terrific athletic move by the young man to stay on his feet. I mean, the field out there it's muddy, it's wet, there's not a lot of traction. Somehow he managed to keep his balance and save what would have been a huge loss.
It's actually Zachary Racchio who was there first, number 28. But what a recovery by John Kelly to get -4 turned into a yard. Pilgrim has not gone backwards on any of the plays they've run tonight so far. 2nd down and 9. Roberts. He's back. He looks to his right, slings it to the outside. It is caught and ran right into Phillips after making the catch. It's a gain of about 4 on the play.
Dylan Roberts with the catch.
And it's Dylan Roberts with the reception.
And I love Roberts there. He catches the ball, and there was absolutely no thoughts about trying to make a move or go up the sideline. He just looked to hit someone and run him over there.
Didn't want to go out of bounds either.
No, but I mean, sometimes when you're a fullback, that's what you do. I'm just going to try to truck stick this guy, and if I win, I win. And that time the Ponaganset defender made a good tackle and took him down.
Chase Roberts averaging over 17 yards per attempt so far in his first five attempts. That one brought down a little bit, but it's going to be 3rd down and 8. That was only good for a yard. Rolls out. Roberts can take off. He will. And Chase Roberts gets a first down, lunging to the 25-yard line.
Nice run by Chase Roberts.
It's good for a dozen on the play. That's his first carry of the
Good enough
game.
for another Patriots. First
And he,
down.
again, pocket goes away, find some room, take off running. Quarterbacks, coaches want them to look to throw the ball when they're on the move like that, but if you've got green grass in front of you, take it all.
And a lot of green grass right there. And now they'll have it from the 26-yard line. On the cusp of the red zone for the first time tonight, Roberts will flip it out. Kelly left side on the read option. Flag down, and Kelly gets whacked after a gain of about 6 on the play, but there is a flag.
And if there's a flag in the backfield, we know what that means.
And we sure know what it means. That is going to go backwards for Pilgrim. And it will indeed be a hole. It'll be Pilgrim's first penalty of the night. And 1st and 10 will become 1st down and 20 after that one. That is a killer for what's been an excellent drive so far. Almost 5 minutes eaten up on this possession alone by Pilgrim. Jersey night here from Pilgrim High School. Got a lot of cool jerseys in the crowd. I love to see it at these high school events. I'm sure you do too, Eric.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
What's your favorite jersey that you've seen so far?
I think the Jeff Hostetler one, Raiders jersey, which I don't know if anyone knows who it is. We saw Randy Moss. 49ers jersey. It's just, I wasn't expecting Jeff Hostetler, though. I haven't heard that name in probably 10 years.
Let alone a Raiders one, too. I mean, got that big contract after winning the Super Bowl with the Giants, as Justin Murphy makes the catch on the quick slant, gets back to the original line of scrimmage for about 10 on the play. Give him a dozen. for his second catch. I got to agree with you there, Eric. That's probably my favorite jersey as well, that Jeff Hostetler Raiders one. Probably about plus 6,000. That we would have seen that tonight.
I don't think Jeff Hostetler would have expected to see his own jersey out here.
Don't think he would have. As Murphy makes his first catch of the night, 2nd down and 8. Roberts rolls out to his right, looking to float to the end zone. It's out of reach. Incomplete. He had him open. It was Murphy, the intended receiver, and now that makes it a 3rd down.
The play was there. Throwing on the run, very difficult to do when you're rolling out to that right side. The ball's going to tend to drift toward going right, and you just got to try to plant and put a throw in there. Some good touch there shown by Roberts, just a little out of the reach of his receiver.
It's intended for Bajelli, the tight end, actually. And a timeout called by Pilgrim. Their first timeout of the game. We'll take a timeout ourselves here on Fans Only Sports Network as they try to see what they want to do here on 3rd down and 8.
Oh, hey!
Looking for some swag? Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want. Water bottles, t-shirts, jackets, caps, banners, business cards. We'll even wrap your company vehicle in vinyl. Best of all, we won't break the bank. There's no minimum order required on most items. My Custom Swag is a proud American family-owned and operated business. So let's get creative. Express yourself and call My Custom Swag or visit mycustomswag.com today.
Third down and call it 8.5. So I'd say about 9 yards away. 3rd and 9. Got 2 plays to get a first down.
Try to make it 4th and manageable here.
Man in motion, it's Schobel. Another man in motion. That time Bajelli. Roberts throws it underneath. Kelly on the screen. He's going to get to the outside. Kelly going to cut inside. Another good juke, and he picks up a good chunk of the yardage back, about 5 on the play. And like you said, Eric, that was going to set up a much more manageable 4th down and short now.
And, I mean, it's easy to say from up here. Kelly keeps going to his right there. I think he picks up maybe another yard. He stepped back to try to make a bigger gain and ended up costing himself another 2 yards. When you're trying to get into that manageable zone, make it a 4th and 3, that could be the difference here between getting some points and not scoring on this drive.
And they're going to call it only a gain of 3 for Kelly, so it's now 4th down and about 5 for Pilgrim. That's Kelly's first catch of the night. And 4th down. First 4th down attempt of the game for Pilgrim. Roberts throws it right side. It's caught. 1st down and more inside the 10. And a goal to go situation as Bajelli moves the chains and picks up about 15 on the play.
Bajelli is a big tight end, has some great size, some good athleticism too, more of the receiving tight end you see in today's NFL versus a big blocker. Just got into space there, and a great job by Roberts finding him with no one around.
So Roberts, 7 completions to 6 different receivers. I mean, he is spreading the ball around beautifully in this first half as we're approaching the 9th minute of this drive. Roberts, he's going to throw again underneath. Kelly going to the right side. Kelly trying to get to the corner, and he's down at the 6. There's a flag down at the end of the play. And it's going to be, it looks like it's against
Catching one on the play by number 6, John Kelly.
Ponaganset for the head-to-head hit.
I don't think it was a late hit. I don't know if maybe, was there a face mask maybe in there?
We'll see what it is. I mean, it should be half distance to the goal after the penalty if it is indeed against the Ponaganset defense. It was Phillips making the tackle and putting his hand on his helmet when he saw the flag.
I mean, this is a situation where the yardage doesn't hurt Ponaganset as much as the extra down does now.
Let's see what the flag is. And it will be
oh, wow.
a personal foul that
Offsetting person.
Yeah, against both teams. So
So in my experience roaming the sidelines, taking stats when you see offsetting penalties, I'm gonna guess that the two players said some words that maybe they shouldn't have said, at least out loud, so the ref could hear. But that's just a guess from way up here.
that would have been my guess as well. So we'll replay the down. 1st and goal from the 6. Fumble on the play. It's loose, and Ponaganset has the ball. Ponaganset got it. A flag flies again.
Yep, it's a bad center quarterback exchange there, and that's a tough one after you've done such a great job getting it off the field and have a drive end like that. Not great.
So let's see what the flag is, but it did come after the fumble. So a 9.5-minute drive for Pilgrim, no points. I mean, that is a killer right there.
Yeah, and again, I'm guessing with the way the flag was thrown and what was going on, this has to be a personal foul of some sort. And if it's against Pilgrim, it's just adding insult to injury to give them the yardage on top.
So looks like it's going to be a personal foul against Ponaganset.
Oh.
Recovering the fumble right there was Lyric Picard for Ponaganset. It will be a personal foul against the Chieftains. This will back them up at about the 3-yard line. They're down at the 2-yard line. Yeah, so they're going to have the ball at their own 2. Backs against the wall for a run game that has been very good tonight, albeit, but gives them some less breathing room right there.
And this is in high school football. These are the plays that can turn out really, really good or really, really bad.
Yeah.
If Pilgrim's got to be careful, make sure they can take care of business. But I mean, all it takes is one missed tackle off an edge or a running back getting through, and all of a sudden you got a 99-yard play on your hands.
So off the bad exchange from Roberts to Kelly, sets up Ponaganset at their own 2. As Patriots just letting go of that goal situation. Here's the handoff right side. And they got some more breathing room there for about 2 on the play. I think it was Pinson on the handoff.
Yeah, I think it was Pinson's in there again.
And it was. And they'll give them 4 on the carry.
It made it a little bit more manageable. It's got to be tough with the end zone breathing down your neck behind you there. One little mistake could turn into 2 points or even worse, 6. So to get some space is going to be key here. And again, remember with the win now, if Ponaganset does have to punt, they are going to be in a situation where it's going to be at their backs.
Sure will be. You got to think about that snap, too, with the wind and, with the lack of punts we see in high school football. Here's the handoff, left side with a big hole. It's Picard. The man who recovered the fumble recovery gets down to the 32-yard line. And Lyric Picard giving this team some life, picking up 26 right there with a gaping hole on the left side.
And with all the entire Pilgrim defense pushed up, they know the run's coming. They can feel the run coming. And you get outside, and all of a sudden you got a lot of space to work with.
Longest Chieftain play of the night. That's their 3rd run of 20 or more yards this evening. So they only say he gets to the 25, so it's a gain of 19 on the play, so forget that stat. Here's the play action, and that one's knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Begelli.
Being 6'3", if you're coming off that defensive end, it is a good idea when you see the quarterback ready to throw to get your hands in the air. Great job there by Begelli knocking it down and preventing what looked like was going to be a gain on that play.
They had the setup on the screen looking good. That stops the clock with 4:02 to go in this opening half. Yeah,
I feel like this is a situation where Ponaganset's kind of happy with the way this first half's gone. You want to be a little cautious so you can take this lead into the locker room, but you don't want to be too cautious. You want to try to get some more points on here, close out the half in style, and give yourself a 2-score lead going into the break.
Trips to the left. Here's the end-around handoff on the left side. Taking a shot was the touchdown reception man, Bryce Peterson, but he picks up 3 as he's brought down by Burke at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, a little end run to the near side of the field there. I don't know. I felt like they would use their space to go to more the open side. It looks like Ponaganset's a little bit faster than Pilgrim, going this way. But again, you're trying to get into manageable situations, and Ponaganset's in one right here, especially with the way their offense has been producing so far.
Pearson, the 5th different ball carrier for Ponaganset. I mean, it's really the jack of all trades in terms of a rushing attack for who gets the ball. Very versatile, and they spread it out great. Here's the play action on 3rd down. Grenga rolls out to his right, throws it across the middle. It's caught. What a snag out of thin air by Trevor Lytle for the 1st down.
I mean, he just a great job by Grenga there going through his progressions. His first read was out here on the left side. The receiver cut over the middle, and he had him, but he was late to look at. Didn't get the look he wanted. Backed up in the pocket, found some time, and found a receiver wide open over the middle.
Lytle, that is his 4th reception of the season. He picks up 16 on the play there. What a job by Grenga, like you said. Not asked to throw it much, but hanging in there. Going through his reads and makes the play. Handoff. It's Picard up the middle, and he's swarmed up by multiple black jerseys there for about 2.
And the key with the high school quarterback is don't make the play that's not there. Don't try to do too much. Keep it simple. Keep everything in front of you.
So we approach the 2-minute mark, and that's a great point you made. I mean, we see a lot of high school quarterbacks forcing it in there, but when you have a lead right before the break, definitely want to preserve that ball and make the most out of every play, trying to go up 2 scores entering the break as we're under 2 minutes to go. Grenga stands tall, looking long, downfield. Peterson, it's incomplete.
Oh. The receiver, again, stepping on the turf before we talked about it. It's wet. It's a little muddy. The receiver slipped a little going into that break, and I think that caused the disruption of the timing of the pattern.
7. Get loud, Pilgrim.
It's 3rd down and 7.
Big play here, not only for the trying to get points, but also for you've managed this drive. You've managed the clock well. If they get this, great. The drive continues. But if they don't, they're in a spot where they can really pin Pilgrim deep if they want to, and kind of force them to, play a field position game and get to the half to where it is.
So with 97 seconds left, they're going to think about how they want to play that field position game and take what is the first Chieftain timeout of the night. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network as we approach the end of what's been an exciting first half.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Oh my God, dude. All right, back here following the Chieftain timeout. It was their first timeout that they've taken tonight. It's 3rd down and about 8. 7.5. I mean, it's hard to tell with these markers, like we said, but Grenga in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Here's the flag. It's caught on the far side, and getting stopped shy of the sticks right there was Caleb Rock.
Flags come in that fast. It's usually a motion penalty of some sort.
Sure is. I'm sure this will be pushing the Chieftains back 5 yards.
Oh, he's looking over to their side. I wonder what.
Oh, is it offsides? Still waiting for the call. Yeah, illegal shift.
Now, what do you do here if you're Pilgrim? You take the penalty, or you the 4th and short? They took the penalty.
And they do accept it. So they give Ponaganset the extra down, and that's as tricky as it gets.
I don't hate it, though. I think it's
I don't hate it either.
A good move. Like, yeah, you have to have faith that your defense isn't going to give up 12, 13 yards on this play. And if you can get a stop and keep the ball, at the 50 or somewhere, I think Ponaganset's in a situation where they're going to have to punt, because I think that's the smart play. I mean, if it gets to like 4th and 2, maybe they're going to go. But if it's 4th and 6, 4th and 7, then I think the punt's got to be what Ponaganset looks to do.
So that makes it 3rd down and 13 for the Chieftains. Still working with 2 timeouts. Trying to get within 5 yards, like you were saying, Eric. Man in motion. Fake. Grenga rolls out to his right. Here comes the rush, and he will run out of bounds at around the sticks.
Yeah, good job by Grenga there. Just looking for the receiver, waiting. Not a lot of room to run, but could have thrown it away. Tried to pick up some yards and make something happen. Got himself out of bounds. Drive stops there, but it's productive because it didn't end in a turnover or something negative that could affect the score right now.
So Grenga taking the safe option there. Didn't want to force anything deep. Makes it 4th down and 9. After the 4-yard rush. So Allen will kick off. Murphy is back deep.
Our first punt of the game.
Yeah, first punt of the game. I mean, it's been a thriller with some long drives here tonight.
Ooh, bounce the snap.
And it's not a good snap, trying to get it off, and he'll run with it. Allen got nowhere. Lost about 5 on the play, and that is disaster for Ponaganset. I mean, we mentioned earlier, tough with the wind and potentially getting those long snaps off. And, first example of that we've seen tonight.
But you got to credit the punter there for actually making a play. It was a bad snap. He tried to get the punt off, knew he couldn't, took off running. I mean, if at least he covers the ball and grabs it, because if that ball's still on the ground, it gives Pilgrim a chance for the scoop and score. So preventing that made the best of a bad situation.
Sure was. I mean, there's a good chance he kicked that, goes out of bounds. Not out of bounds, but he gets blocked. Roberts will have a 2-minute drill down the field. He's got a man, and he missed him.
He had 2 receivers there.
Oh, he had Bigelli and Murphy, and I don't think they knew who it was going to. I mean, you saw Bigelli put his hand up. It was a little bit underthrown for Murphy if it was for him, but had them both beat.
That feels like one of those throws they're going to watch film on Monday and say, okay, we had this one here. That play was there. Don't be surprised to see him go back to that maybe in the second half if they need another big one.
It's a great point. It's been a good game for Roberts. 7 of 10 so far. No touchdown passes tonight. No, he did, on the 3rd play of the game.
But he's just been efficient. He's making good decisions. That's what you need out of your quarterback. Be smart.
Sure has. Had a great game. Here's the throw. It's the other Roberts, and he is stacked up immediately. Brought down first by Phillips. Helping him out at the end of the play was Jacob Rainey, and a timeout is called. Could be by either team here. And it's going to be by Pilgrim. That's their second timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves here on Fans Only Sports Network. As Pilgrim, what they want to do here on 3rd and 13 in a 2-minute drill. We'll be right back.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back here following the timeout. I mean, Eric, that's the second timeout taken by Pilgrim, and could be a risky one if they don't do anything here on 3rd down.
No, but I think again, it's a good situation. You call it because you want something to happen here. If you get it to a 4th and manageable, you're going for it. If not, you can punt it and hopefully pin him deep enough where you won't give up a big play that leads to more points.
So let's see what it's going to be. It's 3rd and 13. Here is the quick slant, and through the hands of Murphy. Incomplete, and that is going to be the first Pilgrim punt of the night. So it was a track meet. First 2 quarters almost, about 1.8 quarters so far through this one. We'll have back-to-back punts for the first time tonight.
Now, the most important thing here is going to be the snap. Snap needs to be there.
Case in point, last punt we just saw.
Yeah, it's special teams. There's some very good special teams, but it can fall off quick. You need a center, a long snapper who can make this play.
And that is a good snap. Here is the punt by Schobel, and it is going to bounce and be pinned down at the 14-yard line. That is where Ponaganset will begin this drive with 2 timeouts. And this Ponaganset team, I mean, you mentioned earlier, passing the ball, not really their bread and butter. It's looked all right tonight. With Grenga 2 of 5 for 31 yards and a touchdown, but do they want to risk it here, up 7 with 38 seconds to go?
I mean, I think this is a position where, you try a little handoff, see if you can break off something big and then go. But if not, just kind of be happy right now. You're in a good spot. You've played good on offense. The defense has showed up. Going in the break 14-7, not a bad place to be.
They've ran the ball 18 times in this first half, Ponaganset.
Or maybe you just go crazy and throw out a trick play here just to get the people going.
That would be pretty awesome. It would get us going.
Nothing gets me more excited than a trick play.
About 120 yards on the ground for Ponaganset. They're going to go in the empty backfield here, though. Grenga caught the high snap, gets hit on the release. Pass is caught right side and will stay in bounds, weaving his way for the first. Gain of 11 right there for number 11, Caleb Rock, and Ponaganset will take their second timeout with 25 seconds to go. Oh, no, they don't take the timeout, no.
No, clock shouldn't be running, though.
And they'll spike it. And they say Rock didn't get out of bounds. And I don't know why you don't take a timeout there. I mean, you still got 2 left if my notes are correct.
Well, I think they were waiting for the clock to stop. The chains weren't set, but the marker was. So I think that's where the confusion was.
And you see the Ponaganset coach not very happy about that one there. Give Rock 13 on the play. Ball at the 27-yard line. This passing attack looking like it's firing up for the Chieftains. Grenga going to air it out downfield. He's got a man and didn't have the speed to catch up to it. Peterson, incomplete.
No, Grenga's definitely got the arm, just didn't quite have the touch right there, but interesting approach now, and with 12 seconds leads to it. Did you take another shot here? Or, I mean, you got to be somewhere in the back of your head. You have to be thinking about, okay, last time we punted, it did not go great. You have 2 plays. You take a shot here, kill 6-7 seconds. Maybe you run one of those plays where you snap it to Grenga, have him run around, and then chuck it out of bounds if need to be, and end the half that way. I don't know.
Yeah. Seen that a few times, and even if they leave some time on the clock on a 4th down chuck like that. Definitely would be tougher to do anything. Here's Grenga running right, has a first down and a whole lot more, and Grenga out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Big play for Grenga. Good for about 20. With 5 ticks on the clock. Saw him extend that ball forward at the end of the play to get about an extra yard or so.
Grenga has thrown a nice ball, but I don't know if he's got 55 in the air.
It's going to be tough.
So I'm interested to see what they're going to do. Is this where you dial up the trick play? I just want to see a trick play. Let's be honest. That's what I'm here for.
We've been waiting for it all game. Grenga gets 20 on the carry. Last play of the half. He's looking long. Downfield, one-on-one is Peterson, and it's incomplete.
He had him open.
He got by Dylan Rodriguez, and that's going to end the first half. 14-7, the score at intermission. Ponaganset on top.
Doing a special on chili dog.
And we will be right back in about 10 minutes for half number 2 with the Patriots receiving the second half kickoff, trying to even things up here on Fans Only Sports Network. You won't want to miss it.
they don't have to be the cause of financial hardship. Even with health insurance, an accident can result in major medical bills. Let's say you were playing football and an aggressive tackle broke your leg. An ambulance takes you to the emergency room where you were given care, but now you have 3 months of physical therapy before you are back on your feet. Your health insurance will cover a lot of your costs, but you will be required to pay your out-of-pocket maximum. The average out-of-pocket maximum in the US is around $4,000. But you had planned for the unexpected. You signed up for LifeRaft's Accident Supplement Insurance, which reimburses medical expenses related to an accident. Your costs were reimbursed up to $5,000, covering 100% of your out-of-pocket expenses. Now you can focus on your recovery without worrying about how to pay for it. LifeRaft's affordable, simple to use, and flexible products start at only $5 a month and ensure you and your family are protected when you need it most. Visit enroll-me.co/AFA to sign up.
All right, back here. Half number 2, 12 fresh minutes on the board. Tim Duffy, Eric Rube kicking off half number 2. Pilgrim gets the ball first. And, Eric, Pilgrim, the home team, trailing by 7 here on Jersey night. What is the biggest thing that they have to do to open things up and get some momentum back here in this third quarter?
I mean, yes, they're not leading in this game right now, but they played a pretty solid half. They made one mistake with the botched exchange, and Ponaganset made them pay for it. They took care, they covered that fumble, and that was it. Pilgrim just has to keep doing what they've been doing. There's no need to panic. Just get back out there, grind the football, and just try to finish off a drive.
And this kick is going to be taken at about the 1 yard line. Questionable decision right there from Schobel. He takes a shot at about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, you've almost got to let that ball roll in the end zone and just take it. And it's not worth the risk at that point. But I do get the allure, though, of trying to grab it out of the air, run it back, and say, this is my time. This is going to be my highlight, my 99-yard touchdown.
And it's funny because the one game I was here last year, we saw a kickoff return for a touchdown from Luca Ruscio for this Pilgrim team. And that was the only touchdown of the game against West Warwick last season. Now it's 1st and 10 for Chase Roberts and company. Screen, Murphy. It's a low pass, but it's caught. And Murphy out of bounds after a gain of about 7. This yard is so hard to see. It's only a gain of 5, but Murphy. I'll give him 6.
Yeah, again, just smart decisions. Good decisions by the Pilgrim offense. Now I'm being distracted. Our photographer, Chris Craig from the Providence Journal's here. Like I said, I'm going to be writing about this experience, and I have my face is being lit up by light. I'm already not good at this. I have this distracting me as well, and I don't deal great with distractions. So
you're a beast, Rube. You're a beast.
Let's just see if I can battle through this adversity right now.
Adversity is my middle name. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's yours too.
No, it's usually Coward is my middle name. But.
There's a big play on the screen, right side, and wrestled down at the 31-yard line. Schobel with a huge gain.
But just a simple, easy pass play. Get your man running, find him in stride, and let him go. You're giving it to your playmakers, and they're making plays right now.
It's good for 32 on the play, and Schobel gets it inside Ponaganset territory.
The thing I've been most impressed about this is your quick math on all of this. Like, I can hear my brain just cranking as I'm trying to figure out how many yards, and you just have it the second the play is over.
Appreciate it. Shout out to all my teachers at the North Smithfield School Department. Help me out, make me the man I am. Here's the screen to Murphy. Murphy cuts inside, gets a block. Murphy will stiff arm a man in Picard and have another first down.
Yeah, just good use of the short passing game. If you let your quarterback make good, quick decisions, and he can make plays like Roberts is making right now, it's going to lead to a lot of success.
Gain of 19 on the play, and it continues the excellent game so far for the starting quarterback, Chase Roberts. 11 of 15 on the game. He's got 163 yards through the air.
Yeah, and it's keeping it simple. I'm interested to see how this is going to open up the run game.
Here's the jet pass, and Murphy gets it through a couple of tacklers and goes nowhere. Picard wraps him up.
No,
and they don't give him any forward progress? No, they do.
They did.
They did. And that goes in the books as a completed pass. It's a loss of 5 on the play.
I like the play design. I like the play call. Those jet passes become very popular because if you don't,
the Patriots with James White.
Well, if you don't, if the exchange doesn't work, it's just an incomplete pass. So it's not a fumble. It's not a play. And you kind of get to, you just start over. Whereas if you hand it off and you botch it, it's a fumble and it could go the other way. So
that's the second pass play of the game, going for negative yardage, and that's gonna be a false start. And they're gonna keep going backwards here, Pilgrim. And it looked like Ponaganset jumped first. And yes, it will be a false start.
Yeah, pretty clean game as far as penalty goes. We had a couple little exchanges of words, perhaps with some of the players early, but pretty clean as far as offsides, false starts, and stuff like that.
McGelly, the false start makes it 2nd and 20. Screen, Kelly. That's a couple of white jerseys. Stays on his feet. Kelly now gets wrapped up by Peterson. Flag is down after the play. It's good for about 6, but let's see what the flag is.
Did he go under that tackle?
Yeah, he looks pretty slippery, like Darren Sproles a little bit right there.
The linebacker from Ponaganset went grabbing at him and caught nothing but air.
And this will be a penalty against Ponaganset.
I think it's a 5-yard face mask there. Is
that the accidental face mask rule in high school football?
Yeah. I always forget they don't have that. I don't believe it's an NFL rule anymore. Yeah. I think it's just a flat 15 now, but out here we still have the 5-yarder.
So it makes it 2nd and 10 as Kelly able to get 5 on the pass. 5th straight completion for Roberts. Man in motion. Roberts rolls to his right, looking for the end zone. Chase throws on the run, incomplete.
And if you watch that play back, you can kind of see the receiver in motion. He's getting dangerously close to one of those illegal motion penalties where he's starting to lean forward as the ball's being snapped. Versus you got to stay parallel to the line of scrimmage, and if you can get away with getting that little head start, go for it. But if the coach is on the other side, notice it. Ponaganset's going to say something to the officials, and they're going to be watching for it.
And it was Jack Coffey, that receiver in motion there, being dangerously close to backing them up even more. Only 2 penalties for Pilgrim tonight, though. 5 for Ponaganset for 33 yards, 2 for 15 for Pilgrim. Here's a 3rd down. They missed their last 3rd down, led to a punt on their last possession of the first half. Here's the fake and the throw. It is Schobel wrapped up.
Oh,
Phillips.
great tackle.
What a tackle. Loss of 4 on the play, and it's 4th and long now.
You need that from a defender, someone who can make a man-to-man tackle in the open field. Great play there to prevent what could have been a pretty substantial gain had he not made it.
Phillips came into this game as the only player for Ponaganset with both a sack, an interception, and additionally a tackle for loss too. Gets one there on a huge 3rd down. A bang-bang play, and Schobel loses 4.
Now, are they coming out going for this, or are they going to try to pin?
And it looks like they're going for it.
See, I'm a very conservative type play caller in my head.
Old school.
I think you can pin him here, but we'll see what they can do.
Roberts on 4th and 14, firing downfield to the end zone, diving.
No, he didn't.
And it is caught for the touchdown.
Well, that's a good reason why I don't coach football. What a pass. What a play. Jack Coffey.
It's Coffey with his 2nd. What a dot from Roberts and Coffey. The extension goes up for 34 and 6.
Oh, just a ball thrown perfectly in stride. Unbelievable catch. I see Nick Coit from ABC6 and JP Smallins from WPRI 12 over there on the left. I hope they got that on the highlights because that's going to be shown on TV tonight.
Coffey came in this game with 5 catches for just 57 yards. That kick got tipped at the line, it looked like. Goes through. No, he missed it. It's a miss. No good. So 14-13, but Coffey in this game, 2 catches, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, the throw by Roberts there, just right on the money. Lofted it up there, let his receiver go make a play, and that kid laid out, all out.
Sure did, and you started Jack Coffey in fantasy tonight. He's got you over 20 points. What a game he's having. A sleeper start, one could say, but what a throw from Roberts. He's got 2 touchdown passes tonight. What a game it's been for the starting quarterback. His 5th touchdown pass of the year. He came in this game completing less than 50% of his passes. He's got about an 80% clip tonight.
Yeah, and I don't think Pilgrim is asking him to do much. He's kind of just making. They're giving him the easy, simple reads. You know, throw to your first option. If you got the second one, great. If not, you're running with it. And he's making good decisions.
15 of 20 on the night. Coffey good for 3/4 of his passes. But the missed extra point could come back to bite Pilgrim later. Here's the kick. Returned from the 11-yard line. It's Rock. And Rock lunging down to the 35. And another good return from Caleb Rock to set the Chieftains up well.
Living out in Foster, I know the Rock family. Mr. Rock out here, his younger brother is actually in my daughter's class. From the scouting report she gives me, he is also quite the athlete. So
really,
look for that name in the future from Ponaganset.
And how old is your daughter?
4th grade. She gives me the
grade.
scouting report. She's out there playing
Really?
soccer. She plays soccer with the boys at recess. She tells me, she's like, oh yeah, he's real fast.
That's in Ponaganset?
Yeah, well, out in Foster.
Oh, you're in
For those who
Foster.
don't know, Ponaganset, Foster, Gloucester, 2 towns combined into one.
That's right.
And when it snows, there's never any school.
Middle of nowhere, Rhode Island. Vincent picks up close to the first down from North Smithfield, though, so similar vibes.
Yeah, you know. I'm from East Providence. My wife moved us. She said that's where we're living. I said, okay, hon, and it was quite a culture shock for me at first, but I've gotten kind of used to it. North Smithfield, I thought it was closer to Foster. It is not.
No, it is not. It's about half hour. No highways. Pinson, only his 7th carry of the night, gets 9. Hand off to him again, running right, wrapped up, but got the first down. Picks up 2 on the play, but my dad always told me, you know, you gotta live where the lady wants to live. That was a good lesson he taught me back in the day.
I was perfectly content. It gets a little annoying when we need to get milk quick, but but the town itself, it's a beautiful place to live. It's quiet, it's peaceful. Yeah.
Probably a tight-knit community as well.
I don't. It's incredibly large. Like
yeah, it's true.
The area itself is bigger than I thought. My daughter has friends who live we're in the same town. They're like 25 minutes away, which to me, just growing up in the city, just doesn't make sense how someone can actually live that far away in the same district.
It is crazy. There's the handoff. Redirection. Picard spun down at the first down marker. So 2 first downs on the ground in just 3 plays as Lyric Picard picks up 10.
Well, I think we're seeing the benefit of cycling through so many running backs, giving so many different guys reps. It keeps legs fresh, and I mean, in Rhode Island high school football, you got a lot of these guys playing both sides of the ball, so the fresher the legs, the better, especially as we get into second half of ball games.
Like you said earlier, Eric, I mean, this is just such a versatile backfield with kind of like a Swiss Army knife of guys you can have to carry the ball as Ponaganset's approaching 150 yards on the ground. And a jump first, and that should be against Pilgrim, I believe.
I think he crossed the line into the neutral zone first, but I can't really see what the action on the center was.
And you saw Jack Spike, the right guard, trying to move after the fact and make sure that was indeed a penalty against Pilgrim, and it sure was.
Well, I think that's your job as a lineman, right? As soon as you see someone cross, you jump, and then you just start pointing wildly at the guy to make sure the officials saw what you saw.
So that makes it 1st and 5. Clock continues to wind as this has been a fast-paced game. I know we shouldn't talk about it.
I really wish you didn't just say that.
Jinx it.
Now we're headed for quadruple overtime.
Here's the handoff. Right side. And it's a first down.
I mean, the right side of the line there for Ponaganset just doing a great job, really giving him room to work there.
As Pinson gets his second run of the game of 10+, that one's good for 10, and Chieftains moving the ball with ease right now. These mics are really hot, but yeah. Handoff. Left side, trying to cut back in is Peterson, and he is able to pick up, weaving his way for 5 on the play. 3rd carry for Bryce Peterson, who had the game's opening touchdown. Makes it 2nd down and intermediate here. Call it about 6.
Yeah, the right side of the line with Tyler Bergeron, Jack Spike, they're doing a great job. I think they've had more success running to that side. I wouldn't be surprised to see him keep pushing it as we get down this field.
Here's the fake. Grenga going to take off himself and get out of bounds. And you saw he wanted to go on that right side. The lost couple yards right there as Pilgrim was all over the place to swarm it up on that left side of the defensive line.
Yeah, that play was busted from the start. Great job. Good penetration from the left side of the Pilgrim defense. They got through. Grenga had nowhere to go. He knew it. And again, does a good job of not losing too much yardage on that play.
He actually does pick up 2 on the play. Grenga, 7 carries tonight. 48 yards. Averaging almost 7 a carry. Came into this game averaging 8.8 yards a carry off of 12 rushes this season. And they're actually going to say it was no gain. They put the yardage, they put the sticks back, so it's 3rd and 6. Grenga bobbles the snap, gives it left side.
Oh, good tackle. Another.
Pinson couldn't get to the sticks. What a tackle by Murphy. Now late flag flies. And probably going to be some chirping after the play, you think?
Great tackle there by Justin Murphy. I'm looking at a Pilgrim player reacting with his hands on his head. I'm guessing someone decided to speak up about how good of a play it was, and that cost him a first down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
For any kids out there watching this game, listening, you got to know when to keep your mouth shut, and that's a perfect example. Your team comes up with a great stop. You're in a position to get the ball back, and now all of a sudden it's a first down for the other team.
So it was a 3-yard gain. It's going to put the ball inside the 10-yard line as it's half distance to the goal. At about the 9.5.
I can only imagine what's going on through Coach Blake Simpson's head right now.
That's a killer. It's a first and goal chance. The second goal to go for Ponaganset tonight. Yeah, I mean, that is not a good penalty at all. Handoff. Pinson, go to that right side. Gets to the corner.
Ooh.
Pinson is stumbling in for the touchdown.
That is how you finish a run.
That's a big boy right there getting in for 6.
Uses the speed to get to the outside. He uses his physical nature to finish it off. Those last 2 yards, the first 6 yards of that was on the line. The last 2 was all Jason Pinson's.
Sure was, and Pinson with his second touchdown of the night. 3rd on the ground this season, and what a run that was, getting to the corner, and you mentioned it all dry there. Like that right side of the line doing wonders, making those holes, and that one was not gaping, but a lot of it was Pinson with that extra effort right there.
No, with that speed, you just need a little bit of space to get to the edge. He took it and got it, and the kick there, this is where we have to start doing that football math. The extra points, Ponaganset's converting. Now we got that lead where Pilgrim's going to need to get a conversion if they're going to want to tie this thing up.
(21-13) the score, and we saw that missed extra point from Ponaganset earlier, and some football math. Touchdown, 2-point conversion would tie the game if Pilgrim was able to answer on this drive, but I mean, 7 and 8's a big difference. You feel like you have to kind of score on this drive for the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, great job by Ponaganset. They're answering the touchdown drive from Pilgrim, and this is kind of what this game is about, coming up with those big answers and big moments. And for Ponaganset, their kicker tonight, 3 for 3. Pretty good. He's a new kicker this season. Last year, they had All-Stater Scott Belford handled their kicking job, was great at it. He has since transferred to Hendricken. So they have a kid who's come in and can get the job done, and it's really helping them right now.
And it's Allen, that kid who is kicking, the junior, kicks it down the field. He's going to take it from the end zone again. I don't know what Schobel was thinking on back-to-back tries right there. It's going to bounce in the end zone, though, for a touchback first. But
just trying to make plays, but again, sometimes you got to think a little bit. Okay, I can try to do something here and get crazy, or we can just take our 20 and go play.
But in his defense, for the way these kick returns have looking tonight on this wet, muddy grass that we've mentioned several times in the broadcast, pretty solid. A lot of which by Ponaganset, though.
And I kind of always seem to remember, like, Wes Welker talking about when he played for the Patriots, when the weather was sloppy, it was easier for the offensive players to move around because they knew which direction they were going, where the defenders couldn't always. It's hard to stop and change direction when the field conditions aren't great.
Sure is, and this field needs to get pretty patchy.
Yeah, well, hopefully with the, I think a new bond or something was passed in the city, and they're talking about building a new school for the city here in Warwick, and hopefully that'll include some sort of, multi-purpose turfed field so Tollgate and Pilgrim have someplace to play.
Roberts throws the screen. It's caught by Coffey. Slips a tackle. Coffey cuts inside. Jack Coffey fumbles the ball. Pilgrim turns it over again. Ponaganset falls on top of it. Picard with the recovery.
I think that was 15. I don't have a roster.
Phillips with the recovery.
Or 15 on the forced fumble back there.
Yeah, so Phillips forces the fumble. It was a gain of 26, but Coffey goes over 100 yards. That one wasn't worth it.
No, I mean, he was making a play up the field, and again, we saw it earlier in the game. I don't remember if it was Mr. Coffey or not, but one of their receivers where the ball just kind of popped out. Ball security is important, even in that open field when you think you have space. He left the ball out there for someone to punch it. One of the Chieftains did, and now it's Ponaganset's ball.
That's 2 turnovers, both on fumbles, and both have been killers tonight. for Pilgrim. First down, 2:44 to go, and a false start against the Chieftains.
That is on the running back, and he absolutely knows it.
That is the first false start of the game against Ponaganset.
Ponaganset.
I mean, this is where I think Coach Dave Cato from Ponaganset is looking for one of those, let's see if we can go on another little 6-7 minute drive here, maybe get 3 points, and see what we can do from there.
Another false start. Some more self-inflicted wounds. Coming back to back, and it's offside. Oh, they said offsides against the offense, but we all know what that means. It's a false start. A little bit of a lapse in judgment from the official there, but so Lyric Picard, that is 2 fumble recoveries in this game for him. For Ponaganset, I mean, he's been in the right place at the right time, and it's 1st and 20 for the Chieftains. Interesting formation here. Pinson in motion. Play action. Going deep down the field for Peterson. Double teamed, incomplete. But a flag is flying for that. He didn't turn his head around the defensive back. Pinson, a little backflip to get up right there. It's going to be a pass interference against the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, it's from where we are, it's really hard to see what kind of hand action, what kind of fighting was going on as they went for that ball. I mean, from 50 yards away, it looked like a pretty clean play, but obviously the official saw otherwise.
And it will be PI against Pilgrim, so what's that? Is that 10 yards in high school? Or
15 in high school, and strangely enough, not an automatic first down. So if you're in so we're going to have a 2nd and 5 situation. We should have a 2nd and 5 situation.
Or 1st and 5, because it was 1st and 20. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1st and 5. So 5th penalty against Pilgrim in the quarter, and they've all been 3 of them in the half, all of which have been defensive, going for 30 yards. We had the offsides in the last drive, the unsportsmanlike conduct, which led to the touchdown after the goal to go, and then a big one there, the defensive pass interference. 1st and 5, and whistles blow again. This is going to be a timeout for Ponaganset. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 2:35 to go here in this 3rd quarter. It's been a back and forth affair. Ponaganset trying to do their best and to put it away with a long drive here. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
All right, back here following the quick commercial break, quick timeout. Ponaganset takes their first clock stopper of the second half, and 1st and 5 following the defensive pass interference penalty against the Patriots. And Eric, you gotta think a long drive here from Ponaganset would almost put it away for the Chieftains if they can milk off the end of this 3rd quarter and a good chunk of the 4th as well.
Well, the way they've been playing defense, it puts them in great shape. They've gotten hurt by a couple big plays, but the defense is playing very solid right now.
Sure is, causing 2 turnovers. Handoff. It's Picard running left, and Lyric Picard is going to get 7 for the first down. So move the chains.
This is, I feel like we're about to see a very slow and deliberate pace here from Ponaganset.
Definitely will be deliberate. You got to think in control. Like you said, this could really decide that 4th seed in the Division 3B standings, and you got to do whatever it takes to win
Yeah, and remember, I said that at the beginning. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Like, if Pilgrim loses this game, they're still in the mix. They still got to fight. It just makes the road a little bit tougher. The winner here is going to, it helps their case for sure going forward.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for Ponaganset. Under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Fake the toss. Give it to Picard. Inside. Lyric Picard rumbling for another first down. Gain of 11.
It seems very much like they got this thunder and lightning thing going with Picard and Pinsence, where Picard's being the muscle and Pinsence is being the speed, and then you mix in these other backs. It's a really kind of fun run attack to watch.
Sure is, and you're so diverse with the way they're attacking as well. I mean, you got the outside handoffs, the runs up the middle, and right there's some misdirection off the fake toss. Hand off to Pinson right side, has a hole, and Pinson lunging inside 25.
Yeah, and again, we keep saying these running back names a lot, but credit to this Ponaganset offensive line. Those guys up front, they don't get the headlines, they don't get the highlights, but they're doing the dirty work that's making teams go. And Ponaganset right now really in control up front.
Sure are. They're winning the battle in the trenches by a pretty sustainable margin tonight. That's 26 yards in the last 3 plays against this Pilgrim defensive line.
I don't mind a shot play here.
Up 8.
It's not a bad spot on 2nd and short.
Yeah, no receivers out wide, though. Here's 2nd and 2. Pinson, left side, trying to bounce it out, and he is wrapped up. I think it was Murphy there first for Pilgrim, and he will still be shy of the first down. That is going to end the third quarter, though. And we come back, 3rd down and short for Ponaganset, trying to put this thing to rest or do their best they can to get closer to that. We'll be right back with a dozen more minutes left here from Pilgrim High School.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Yeah.
Play selection for Ponaganset tonight, 31 rushes, just 8 throws, and it's been working for them.
Yeah, the offense, they've been smart with their throws. Greg has done a nice job. Again, we talked about it before the end of that quarter. It's a kind of a 3rd and short play here. Not a bad place to go play action where you're still in a good spot where you can get the first down on the next one. But, you run play action. Maybe you catch him sleeping. I don't want to get all Tony Romo out here. but these are the kind of those spots you look for. 3rd and short. You've been doing a great job. Why not take one? But it looks like they're going to go power run again.
And they will with Pinson running right on 3rd and 2. He's got the first down. Pinson for 3. And of those 32 rushes here tonight, he's got 14 of them. With 94 yards. That's my count at least. Close to the 100-yard mark here tonight, and he's averaging over 6 yards a carry, almost 7 yards a carry.
Well, I'm going to trust those numbers because I guarantee by the end of the night, my numbers, your numbers, and whatever numbers the coaches come up with after are going to be wildly different.
They'll be a little bit different, especially when there's no hash marks or yards on the field. As Ponaganset taking their time in that huddle. Here's the play action.
Oh, there it is.
Man,
He is
wide open. It's caught. Lytle, touchdown.
They've been controlling with the run. Pound it, pound it, pound it. Defenses start creeping up. You throw play action in, and what do you get? A wide open touchdown play.
18-yard touchdown for Trevor Lytle. And Ponaganset up 2 scores for the first time tonight.
Just well-timed play action call there.
And you called it. I mean, you said they should go play action or a shot play at some point, and perfectly timed play action call. Lytle, that's his first catch of the night, or second catch of the night. Takes it to the end zone there.
And good throw by Grenga. Those are the tough ones to make sometimes.
Allen, that one goes through as Pilgrim was swarming through that line. 15-point lead for the Chieftains, and some of these Patriot fans exiting the building after that one.
Yeah, we're getting to a point now. The one thing Pilgrim's done today, well, they've come up with some pretty big plays. They're going to need to get a quick one here. The defense is kind of struggling a little bit against this run. They need to find something on offense fast to give them a chance to get the ball back.
You know, we mentioned the run-heavy attack from Pilgrim, or from Ponaganset tonight, rather. And the opposite for Pilgrim. I mean, they've thrown it 21 times. Roberts done a great job tonight, completing 16 passes for a couple touchdowns, but can never really get that run game established tonight. I mean, they've only ran it 5 times on the evening.
Pass game has worked, and like you said earlier, the damage has been self-sustained. The 2 turnovers are what's really cost them or kept them from being tied in this game right now.
There's 27 rushing yards for Pilgrim, but you think down 15, they have to go through the air. Here's the kickoff from Allen. It's a boot. It's a shorter kick, muffing the original touch, going to the near side with it. It's Kelly with a hole. Kelly bounced off one tackle, and Kelly down the 42-yard line.
Kelly with the return.
Great return there from Kelly. He knew that play was designed to go right the whole way. The blocking was there. Hit the hole nice. Got him to midfield. That's the start they need. Now Pilgrim has to come out here and capitalize. They need to hit plays. Keep moving it up the field, and they got to score fast.
Got to score fast indeed. With just under 11 minutes to go here in this one.
Curious to see how the wind comes to play here with the wind in their face now. I don't know if that's going to harm or hurt the pass game.
1st and 10 from the 42. They're going to throw here. Out of the split backfield. Underneath, he's got a man wide open. It's Roberts across midfield. Roberts with the tackle. Roberts to the 30.
Young Mr. Roberts. I'm just going to run you over. That's all I'm looking to do. Who needs to juke anyone when you can just truck them into the top side?
Gain of 28 for Roberts, as he has been surrendering to nobody tonight.
That kid is a football player through and through.
Oh, the best compliment you can get. Pure football player. Roberts, 5 catches on the night. 64 yards from the 30. That's a big chunk play they need to start this drive. Roberts launching. Enzo got a man. Incomplete for McGilly.
There it is.
The flag is down. Phillips grabbed his jersey first. 2 flags down. It's both going to be a little.
That's probably
PI action, or at least a hold in the very least.
I'm calling pass interference, and I saw it too. Both refs had that call there. Begelli open over the middle. Ball was a touch overthrown, but it doesn't matter. That is a clear PI, and a nice little play there.
It's going to be 15 yards, and we saw a DPI against Pilgrim earlier tonight. And Ponaganset able to return the favor.
I like how Pilgrim's trying to use Begelli there. He's the biggest kid out on the field, most height, pretty athletic out there too. I mean, you get him involved in the offense any way you can. Coffey's been great in open space, like with the passing game who's been doing this half.
Sets the Patriots up in the red zone from the 15. Split backfield again. Here's the quick pass to the outside. First down to the 3. First and goal. And it's Murphy for 12. And it has only taken them, call it 2 plays after the PI. 2 plays to get inside the 5-yard line.
I mean, they just covered, 60 yards in a minute and a half? Like,
Yeah.
you got to score quick. This isn't a bad way, but now you got to finish. We've already seen them have trouble once inside the 5-yard line, not being able to score. They've got to make sure everything is clean to try to get these last 3 yards.
So call it from the 3. Handoff, right, left side, nowhere to go. And Kelly got swarmed. Making the tackle there first was Stone Chase, the junior, to bring him down for a loss of about a yard.
And Ponaganset's been winning in the trenches all night, and this is another example. I think, Pilgrim's had success on those longer plays. Now, Ponaganset doesn't have to cover 20 yards down the field because there's no room there. It allows them to kind of sell out in the middle and just cover all those gaps and not let any run go.
Called a loss of 2. 2nd and goal from the 6. Roberts, he's back. He looks. Going to pump and take off. Chase Roberts lowers the shoulder and runs into a wall. Phillips was there. So was Picard. And Roberts picks up about 3.
Great job by Roberts there, looking for his receiver, waiting when it's not there, going and doing something with it, and a good job by the Ponaganset defense, making the tackle. Roberts was trying to put his shoulder through a tackler, and they didn't let him. So, good job on both sides on a good play.
Roberts, it's just his 2nd time that he's kept it himself tonight. Under 8 minutes ago, and Pilgrim trying to answer as fast as they can. They need a touchdown here. This red zone trip looking like it's going to be a tough one the next play or 2. 3rd and goal. Man in motion. Fake. Throw. Kelly out of the backfield trying to find the corner, and he's wrapped up. Jake Rainey was there. It's a loss of 2, and it's 4th and goal. That was actually Schobel who couldn't get around the corner, not Kelly. And Schobel, his last reception on a similar play like that, went for a loss of 4, and now it's a big play coming up for the Patriots.
Yeah, that was a situation where if you looked at the way they lined up, there was a receiver out on the right. He had man-to-man coverage, had a size advantage. I thought they were going to throw kind of that back pylon fade. They went with that little screen play and did not work out. Great tackle there by Mr. Rainey.
So 4th and goal from the 5. Biggest play of the game thus far. Fake. Roberts throws. Open.
Nice
touchdown.
Great
Murphy.
play design.
And Murphy gets in the end zone with his 7th or 6th catch of the night. 3rd touchdown pass for Roberts.
Just a great play design there to get Ponaganset's defense moving one way and then having the offense go the other. I'm surprised the play action sold as much as it did. Pilgrim really hasn't had success running the ball, but that play worked out just fine. And now we got an interesting case. What do you do here? Do you go for the extra point, or do you want to get the 2 now?
They're going to go for 2 now. They're going to get out of the way with, or try to at least. Murphy came in this game with 18 catches on the year in just 3 games. He's got his season average tonight of 6 catches, averaging just over 70 yards per game. Staying consistent. Going for 2. Kelly has it. Kelly,
that's a
wide
big
open hole. He's got the 2.
I mean, that might have been the best blocking his Pilgrim line's done the whole game. That was a big boy run. Used his horses in front of him to clear it out. Now we got ourselves a fun little ball game.
We sure do. As Pilgrim still has all 3 of their timeouts if they need to use them at some point, but that play call going for 2 there instead of later in the game, I mean, risky, not totally risky because you got to go for 2 at some point, but makes it a 7-point contest with 6:47 to go.
Yeah, I think the math tells you to go for it there, so that way if you don't get it, you know what you need to do later on. But
right.
a lot of the old school coaches kind of don't like that. They want to put it off until you absolutely have to.
I know Belichick wouldn't have went for that.
No. Well, I love now, too, the philosophy of when you're down 14 and you score and go for 2.
I do like that, too. I love that philosophy. It's that...
You're playing to win football games, not tie them. That's what I like to say.
Amen, brother. It's those Brandon Staley analytics.
All right.
Crowd on their feet. Here's the kick. It's a doinker. It might roll out of bounds. It does not. And with a good hole is Rock down at about the 35-yard line, and Ponaganset 65 yards away from the end zone. Pilgrim trying to get a stop. And you think this crowd might get loud here these last few minutes as well.
Very interesting situation for Pilgrim's defense. I think you almost have to sell out on the run. Ponaganset has the capability of killing this clock and running this thing out. You got to come up with a big play. Come up with it on first down, even better.
Under center here. Haven't seen this too often. Under center, and Pinson is able to pick up about a yard on the first play from scrimmage on this drive.
I don't think Ponaganset should try to do anything different than what they've been doing. What they've been doing has worked. You've been running it inside with Lyric, and you've been getting outside with Pinsense. Just keep doing what's been working and try to get these first downs. You need to just keep the chains moving.
They sure do, and it's been working effectively tonight as Pinson right around the corner of 100 yards on the ground on just 15 carries tonight as well. Very efficient game for Mr. RB1 with 95 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Picard in motion. Pinson the back. Quarterback wedge right up the middle, and Grenga with a push from his line is going to pick up about
Ball out.
See, the ball came out, did it?
Are they going to call?
Let's see.
Are they going to say forward progress stopped?
Pilgrim thinks it's theirs.
Oh, this is.
I think common sense would tell you the ball probably came up before he was down. I mean, that was a long play with no whistle, and they're going to mark this ball down.
I think they're calling forward progress.
Yeah, third down. Forward progress before the ball came out. Gain of about 4 on the play for Grenga. And that's an interesting play call there.
Yeah,
I don't like that play call.
I am not in love with it either. It looked very much like a Jalen Hurts, the push that the Eagles do. Again, they're kind of getting away from what they've been doing. I wonder what they're going to do here. Do you go for the first down? You try to make a fourth and manageable, and then you have to not only think about this play, but what are you going to do if you don't get anything on the net on this one?
On a 2nd and 9.5, that's the play call when the bread and butter all game has been going up the middle and going outside. Here's the throw outside and through the midst of Rock. Incomplete. It's 4th and 6. And a big drop right there.
Yeah, Ponaganset, I mean, they got away from what they did, what was working for them so far. And
didn't like it at all.
No, not a good 3 plays there, but now you got to put it in the hands of your defense, see if they can make a play.
And Allen will punt. Pilgrim will have a chance with some 4-minute offense to tie, win the game, or anything else in between or on the outside. Here's the punt from Allen. This is only his 2nd punt tonight.
Good snap
Actually,
there.
he missed the first punt. That ball! I think they got a piece of it, Pilgrim, and they did. And I don't know why even thought of picking that one up, but it only nets. She was a live ball. It only nets 3 yards on the punt, and that is a huge block to set Pilgrim up on the Ponaganset side of the field.
Shows why special teams is so important. Ponaganset had the bad snap earlier. That snap was a little slow. The rush came fast. Good job by Pilgrim getting their hands up and not running into the punter or knocking him over. Someone got a hand on the ball, and now they're set up with great field position and a good chance to tie this game.
Some of the momentum belongs to Pilgrim. From the 44. Split backfield again for Roberts. Looking. He'll throw underneath, out of the backfield. It's Roberts with a first down out of bounds, gain of 12.
Yeah, the brother combination going on here. You think they've done that a couple times in the backyard over the years?
Sure have. They've connected 5 times tonight for 57 yards.
The seas of momentum has shifted dramatically here, and we're getting a little life now from the Pilgrim fan base. They can kind of feel what's going on right now.
Oh, they sure can. 4.5 minutes ago, after the 12-yard pickup from the 31. Rolling out to the right. Roberts finds a man. It's caught. Coffee. First down. Holds on to the ball that time.
Oh,
no, he fumbled again. Are you kidding me? Ponaganset ball. And it's Picard with his third fumble recovery on the night. Oh, my goodness. And Coffee's got to be sick with himself.
The third fumble of the game by Pilgrim receivers. The second one they lost. That one could not have been at a worse time.
Maybe the quickest commentator jinx you've ever heard. I said he kept on the ball this time, and he just didn't. Unbelievable.
Ball security is the most important part. In a game like this, you can't leave that ball hanging out. You want to fight for those extra yards, and I get it, but you have to know that keeping the ball is more important than those extra 2 or 3 yards you might pick up.
And it was Rock who forced the fumble from behind. And what a turn of events. Oh, my goodness. Pilgrim still with all 3 timeouts in their back pocket. It would have been a gain of 14. Brutal run, Picard left side. He's able to get 5 for number 5.
And that looked a little bit more like the Ponaganset offense that we had seen earlier in the second half.
85 on the play. Second and 5.
What a stretch it's been, though, for Chase Roberts. He played his last 6 passes, 11 of his last 12. And put that one on the money, but Coffee put it on the turf. Second straight time he's touched the ball and fumbled. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he'll learn from this for sure, but he's hoping to get back out there and have a chance to make a play for him.
So many ups and downs. I mean, he's got 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 131 yards. Handoff right side, gets back to the line and makes it 3rd down and about 4. And that was, I think, Picard on the carry again.
That was Pinson's, I think, up that right side.
Pinson for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
3rd down. 3rd and 4.
And big play. I mean, you think if Pilgrim gets a stop here, they're going to burn one of their timeouts. 3rd and 4.
I'm almost surprised they didn't call one after that play to kind of stop the clock and keep things going.
Maybe talk about what we want to do. This is the biggest 3rd down defensively of the game for the Patriots.
Looks like Ponaganset's waiting. They're going to call a timeout of their own. Think about what they want to do. Could they be thinking play action pass here?
And it is their second use timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. When we come back, 2:31 on the clock. Pono up 7, trying to ice this game out. We'll see you guys in about a minute.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Ooh, wait, turn it off. Can you turn the mic off real quick? All right. Back here, 2:31 on the clock, and Ponaganset trying to jack up a potentially not game-clinching play yet, but we'll put them in great position. 3rd and 4, end around handoff. Pinson running left, trying to find the hole. Pinson has a 1st down. Gain of 5.
They've had a ton of success running right. That time, Pinson's going left. They gave him a full head of steam on the little jet play, and it worked out well. That's a 1st down for Ponaganset, and that is going to put them in terrific shape to finish this game off.
Give them about 6 on the play, and Pilgrim needs a stop, and if they're going to get the ball back, they're likely going to have no timeouts. And they haven't used one yet still, so they're going to let this go to 2 minutes. There is no 2-minute warning, though, in high school football. So this clock's going to roll all the way down to about 90 seconds.
And this is high school football. These kids aren't professionals, so this is where you have to think about all those little things that you need to get done to finish out a game. The snap has to be perfect. The quarterback has to understand to take the ball in. You don't want to try to do too much. All you're trying to do right now is let this clock tick away. No mistakes.
And they let it tick all the way down to $1:40, and they take their final timeout. The Chieftains. We'll stay here for a second. I mean, Eric, this has been a D3 thriller here tonight with 100 seconds left on the clock. Ponaganset 3 plays away from winning this game, 10 yards away, as I should say, rather. But what a night it's been, making your broadcast debut.
Yeah, and I can't
a lot
thank
of fun.
I can't thank you guys enough for kind of giving me this opportunity. It was fun, and I got a lot of advice from some people in the business and some friends. And the thing they kept telling me was don't overdo it, and I think I've tried to avoid that. I've said some sentences that may or may not have actually been sentences, but I think you just kind of talk and go.
You're just doubting yourself.
No, it's I don't know. I think everyone strives to do the best they can, and I think for my debut, I'm happy. But I think it's one where I'll go back, watch the game tape, listen to it, and say, okay, and let's see if I ever get an opportunity, where can I be better for the next one?
You know, and maybe drop some of your favorite quotes in that Projo article.
Yeah,
shout us out on WPRI tomorrow night, you know?
What I'm really excited for is listening to my own voice. There's nothing I hate more than hearing my voice.
You get used to it after a while.
Well, we can't
I'm sure you know too, though.
You're blessed with good pipes. My voice sounds like a cartoon character.
You're a funny guy. And around, they figure to pinch and give it left side. Try to stay in bounds.
Oh, great job.
And he does. Picks up the first to midfield.
And what a headsy play by that young man. He's going to the left. Out of bounds is there, but he knows to cut it back inside, keep it on. Clock will keep moving.
And Rock able to pick up 18 on the play. Just 3 carries for him. He's got 42 yards tonight. And Pilgrim taking their first time out. The minute 31 to go. We'll take a timeout ourselves as Pilgrims have to use their last 2 on these next couple of plays if they want to have any chance here on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Yeah. All right, 91 seconds left in this one. Pilgrim trying to talk it over. I mean, this has been a lethal rushing attack for Ponaganset tonight, and if you're that Pilgrim defense, it's got to be a little bit of a bleak feeling coming back on this field.
Pilgrim played well. Just the mistakes they made were big ones. They're just self fumbles over and over, a couple penalties here and there that they would have liked back, and they'll watch the tape from this one for sure and get ready to bounce back for next week.
That's a loss for Pinson. He got back to the line. Second timeout called by Pilgrim immediately with 1:27 to go. So, I mean, this is a Pono team that has ran the ball 39 times tonight.
And they ran it well. They did a good job. You know, we talked about it the whole broadcast, the way they mixed their backs, and everyone kind of has a job on this team, and everyone did it well. The Ponaganset offensive line looked great, and the backs all took their turns kind of doing what they needed to get done.
Sure have is Pilgrim with 1 timeout remaining. That was a big stop right there for no gain. Keeps their hopes alive momentarily.
I mean, for Ponaganset, this is, a great performance today. It gives them, I think, a little bit of momentum. They got a tough one next week. They're playing Moses Brown, led by star Miles Craddock. Young man has over 750 rushing yards in 3 games so far this season. State rushing record, I think, is 28.92, and he's kind of on pace right now.
2nd and 10, fake, give up the middle, and Rock with nowhere to go. Gets rocked in the backfield. Some extracurriculars downfield between Peterson and Rodriguez. Nothing thrown in terms of a flag, and that's going to be Pilgrim's final timeout as Rock brought down for a loss of 1. Maybe got back to the line with a minute 23 to go, so they've wasted no time getting a couple stops.
No, now you got to start thinking about some of the things that we've seen in this game. Where has been the one weakness for Ponaganset? It's been on special teams. There is a potential punt looming. It hasn't gone well with one getting blocked and one botched snap already. So they've got to be ready to execute in that part of the game.
And they sure got to be ready. They also have no timeouts as well, so they can't milk the clock as those extra 2 seconds before the punt. If they have to punt. It's a matter of if they have to at this point.
No, this seems to be more one of those plays where you're just, if you get 3 or 4 yards, great. If it ends up being a first down, terrific, game's over. But your whole point on this play is to make sure you hold on to this football. You do not fumble it and hand it directly over to Pilgrim. Then you got to send your special teams unit out there and then tell them, hey, this is your time, guys. You got to make your play right now.
It's 3rd and 10. Trying to get some good yardage here. First down ends the game. Here is the fake, and they got nowhere.
No, that was a lot of trickery and trying to move the ball around. A little too complex for what the play called for.
Extremely. It's a loss of 6 for Jacob Rainey, who is the 6th different ball carrier for Ponaganset tonight.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't like that play either, Rube.
I'm not 100% sure why you give it to your number 6 back in that situation. I feel like that's a spot for Pinsence or Pollard or Rock. Just give it to one of your guys who've had the ball in their hands and have been secure. They're going to keep the clock running. I mean, they're gonna have to punt here. They're probably. I would have to imagine they're going to let it run all the way down to 0, take the 5 yards, and then hope you get this punt off.
No timeouts remain for either team.
I'm curious if they're going to take the penalty. I think you have to, right?
And under 30 seconds to go, they're going to take the delay of game first. I think you're right about that one, Eric, and it will be a delay of game. With 22 seconds left, and it's really just a matter of if they can get the punt off. We saw that low snap earlier, and a lot of the pressure, believe it or not, is on the long snapper here.
Yeah, and I've seen games before that have been decided on blocked punts and bad snaps. And this is special teams gets overlooked, but it is a third of the game, as the coaches say. And we know, watching football in New England, no one loves special teams play more than Bill Belichick. These are the plays where you win ball games, and they need to make a game-winning play right here.
So it's 4th and about 21. Here's the punt. Allen gets it off. Oh! It's blocked. Are you kidding me? Cole Bagelli gets in there and blocks the punt. And they'll have about 2 plays from inside the 30 to try to tie or win the game. Unbelievable.
Bagelli using his size and strength. Snap was a little high. It caused enough of a delay that it threw off the entire play. Ponaganset tried to dive on it. Pilgrim grabbed it, got a couple extra yards there. But Bagelli, a huge play. And with this big play Pilgrim offense, this is going to be fun.
You think if they score, they go for 2 in the win?
I don't know. I think right now they're going to worry about getting score. I'd love to see something up the sidelines here, make a catch, get out of bounds, and one shot at the end zone.
Got Murphy and Coffey out wide. Roberts looks, throws underneath. It's Roberts.
Got to get out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds and had to, as it was Pinson chasing after him. Gets about 5 on the play, and this is one shot to the end zone right here, Eric.
Yeah, and there is enough time. I think we saw in the Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl a few years ago. If you can get a quick out to one of your receivers, you still have enough time to get 5 yards and take it down to 1.
Yep.
But you got to be careful. If there can't be any delay. If you're going to do that, it has to be fast. Ball has to be out immediately. If that's not the option here and they're going to go long, watch for Bagelli and watch for Murphy. The biggest receivers on the field, look for them to make plays here.
7 straight completions for Roberts. He needs an 8th right here. Low snap. Roberts steps up, looking, Has to throw the end zone. He does. It's high in the back. It's open going. He caught it.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds. Didn't get the foot in. And Ponaganset wins.
Oh, what a great play.
Unbelievable.
Roberts did such a great job scrambling and finding time. He put the ball where only his receiver could catch it. He was just too deep in the end zone. What a way to finish this game off.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. By the thinnest of hairs, Ponaganset gets their first league win of 2023. And Pilgrim loses a heartbreaker at home. Unbelievable.
It's the second game in a row for Pilgrim losing in the final seconds. And, last week they had the same. They had a chance to make a touchdown catch in the end zone at the end. Didn't get it done. Great performance from Pilgrim in a loss. For Ponaganset, this jump starts them. This gives them hope. Their season is back alive. And now they got to see if they can build off of this.
Season is back alive and well. Pilgrim falls to 1-2 in league play this season. But Ponaganset with a huge victory here in Warwick tonight, and almost let it slip away from them. Eric, thank you for your debut here on Fans Only Sports Network. It was long overdue, my man. Glad you came on for your broadcasting debut tonight.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and we got to see some good football, and that's what it's about. Watching these kids perform and playing games like this, always a blast, and it was fun to be a part of the Fans Only team tonight.
And what a game for you to, get some experience in the football booth. At final score from Warwick, Pilgrim 28, Ponaganset 21. Chieftains win this one. Oh, sorry, other way around. Ponaganset 28, Pilgrim 21. Chieftains win from Tim Duffy and Eric Grube. See you guys all next time here on Fans Only Sports Network for some more Rhode Island High School football.